Hi guys, welcome to Country. It's an introduction to playing country lead. And before we start to learn any licks, I want to take like a kind of back out and take a brass tack, just brass tacks, just foundational look at how country players approach playing country, so that we have a better understanding of what's going on behind the scenes that'll help us connect everything much better as we acquire country licks and start to play. So let's just say I happen to be in the key of A, and then I'm in the key of D. Back to A, then E, back to A, A, E. Now, what a lot of country players will do is they're going to follow each one of those chords, and that's kind of what gives country, part of what gives country its sound. So they're going to start in A, they're going to go, and I'm already thinking, where's my D? Because I know that that's the next chord. So I'm going to go, dun, dun, dun. And I happen to know, thankfully, I've got a D right here. Now I'm back to A. Now I'm thinking E. A. D. E. D. A. So a lot of, knowing that a lot of great country players, and those aren't really country licks. Those are just they're kind of country because I'm following the changes, and so it country players do that, and that's what kind of gives. That's kind of like why country music can be kind of challenging because, in this case, I'm playing over three different chords. But boy, if I don't know where I'm at, I'm going to get in trouble. You see what I'm saying? So, also, if we take sort of this, since we're in the key of A, and it's just like every guitar player's, including mine, favorite key, we have this A major blues thing going on. If I go to D, I can still stay around this A. A, E, to A. So basically what I'm saying is you can stay just in the key of this A major over all three chords. So I'll show you, if we're in A, we can go D. That was more of a minor blues. Back to A major, E. That was actually not E. It's just a bend in A. Back to A. To D. To A. E. A. So, in other words, sometimes a player will just play in the way that they phrase. They're staying in one key. They're just staying around that major, minor blues sort of scale over all three of the chords, and they're really just staying in the key of A. So you have, you know, you don't have to chase the chords around. A lot of country guitar players do though, and you need to be able to hear when they're doing that and when they're not, or when you want to just stay in one key, or when you want to really start to outline those chords. When you start to outline those chords though, and you start to chase them a little more, or you can chase one, or you can go after a couple of them and come back to A, where you're familiar. And this is kind of more important than knowing licks, is knowing, like, when you start playing like this, you can start kind of making up licks and going, I'm going to stay in A. I'm going to run into D. This sounds kind of country. And you can start to, believe it or not, you can just start to improvise, country, because you just kind of get a feel for the phrasing and all that. Let's jump into God, man, 5 minutes already. Let's jump into some country licks. I like cross picking kind of. Let's get into some country licks, you guys. Let's get in real close here. Now I'm gonna let you guys know what my right hand's doing. So right here, this could look a little like I'm cutting you half short here. That lick I just played right there is it's a great lick. Let me back out a little bit. It's a great lick because it has that, what in country we call it cross picking, or open string picking, because it has that open ring country sound to it. So this lick in and of itself is just really cool. So let's just learn this. This is in the key of A. You're not going to have to go to another key. This is going to play right over the top of A. So we're going to start here with your index finger on the 5th fret on the high E string, and your pinky, or if you want to use your ring finger, that's fine. I'm using my pinky, and we're just going to come down from, this is 5th fret and this is 7. So when I say 5, 7, I'm talking about the high E to the B. So starting there. And then I'm going to lift my index finger up and I'm going to play the high E open. So that's the beginning of the lick. Now I'm going to pass my pinky up and I'm going to play the 5th fret on the G string. So that's the first part. And now we're right here with our pinky on the 7th fret and our index finger on the 5th fret. The second part, we're going to play that. We're going to play where our pinky is and go to our index. Then we're going to play an open B. And we're going to step over our G string and land here on our D string on the 5th fret. And that's the whole lick, you guys. So it's going to be on the high E and the B string, open. We're overstepping everything to the G string. You guys, if I said D string the first time around, I apologize. I'm sitting here questioning myself now. So we're going to overstep this B string. We're going to go to the G string. I think I said, I'll know when I watched it back, but so we're gonna play that though. The G, we're on the G string on the 5th fret, and you can hear how literally all 3 notes are still ringing out. And then, just in case I said D on this, again, I apologize if I did. And then we're gonna go from our pinky here again. We're just going over the lick. We're going to play the 7th fret pinky here on the B string. This is the G string. Open B. It's kind of like I feel like this lesson's... And I'm going to overstep this G string and I'm going to land on the D string on the 7th fret on the D string right here. So again, what happened was I was trying to step it over, and I haven't trimmed my fingernails, so I went for this kind of like over thing. Uh, I promise I can play this. I promise. But right now, it's more important that we just learn. So that's that lick. It's just so. And I would use. You can play it with a pick, but I use my fingers because. And just to put a tag on it, you can do anything you really want afterwards because the lick is really. But I go for myself to put a tag on it. I'm gonna go to the G string on the 7th fret and bar it on the G string and the G string and the D string and go. Then I'm gonna come here on the 5th fret on the G string and hammer on to the 6th and end the lick on the D string on the 5th, D string on the 7th fret. You guys, I don't know what's going on with me today, but we'll get through this together. So again, so the whole lick is it's just a great lick. It's just a that you can throw in. Another lick that's like of the same nature of this cross picking type of country stuff is this lick. It goes. Let's see. I'm playing it kind of slow on purpose because I played this lick so many times. I'm going to be honest with you. If I don't play it slow, I'm not going to get a good look at exactly where I'm at. Let's see. Okay, I got it. What we're going to do is we're going to hammer on from our 7th fret to our 9th fret on our A string. And now we're stepping over this A string and we're going to play the D string open. And after that, we're going to put our finger down on the 7th fret on the D string. We're going to play that. And then we're going to play an open B string. So it's this hammer-on thing, open G, then so it's 7th fret on the D string. So that's the first part. And that's the last part. So after, we're going to go hammer on from 5 to 6 to our high E. So that's the whole lick, you guys. So you can throw that in. We've got the... And it's right over A again. So... So there's two really tasteful country licks. Another thing, you guys, it's really simple, and it really gets me through. If I'm this is a very simple lick that I fall back on a lot when let's say an E rolls around. When that E rolls around, I do this. I play this lick. If I'm just don't have any ideas, this is like kind of Old Faithful right here for me. I'll fall back into this. So it's in E, but I'm hammering on on the G string. I'm hammering on from G to I'm sorry. on the G string from the 3rd fret to the 4th fret. You guys, I don't know where my head is today. It's just one of those days. So I'm going to go from the 4th fret to the 5th fret on the G string and open, so it has that. So when I personally, when I'm, let's say I'm an A, and I go to E, I might go, just to get me through it. That is, I can't tell you what a lifesaver this lick is. So I definitely want you guys to have that one. And you can also, if it goes to E, you can go. So you can start to lick out and slide down kind of into a blues. So, or you can just play it. E. It just has that great sound. Or you can go. So you can just play it straight, be perfectly fine, or we can drop. If you guys are blues players, you know. So, that's just like a go-to. That's almost like E comes around, and I know a lot of licks in E, you guys, but there's nothing else. That lick has never let me down. It's right there to say, here I am, I'm easy, come play me. So that's another good lick over E. So let's say we're in A, and we go to D. I want you guys to know that right here is a D lick, because let's take a look at up here. Let's take a look at this. In the key of D, it's this. But we don't have to go there because we're in A right here, right? D. Then right back to A. So that's another really right there convenient way to go from to D to back to A. So the D lick is just going from the 5th fret on the B string to the 7th fret, and then just spinning it up a half step. If you want to come down, you can play chromatically on the G string, these 3 notes. And that's all D. And then you're back into A. Now watch this. Back to A. Now I might come up to this D position. And then so, what time is it? Oh man, it's already been 20 minutes. So, real quick, to extremely oversimplify this, if I was to go A, then I went to D, then back to A, the E, or even then back to A, then D, then E, D. Oh man, I am out of tune bad. I'm this lesson's over, so we can get out of here. And back to A. So worst case scenario is if you're back to A. And you can actually do this. This is a great lick. I want to leave you guys with it. You can double up on these two strings and go. So you can go. So I'm playing basically this. But I'm doing it on these two strings. I'm going. Then the next two strings. Then the next two strings. Then the next two strings. That's a Joe Mathis, Brian Lombeck lick, straight out the gate. Brian Lombeck, if you look him up, he's a good buddy of mine. He used to play with Joe, and that's a lick that I learned directly from Brian, was that this lick right here. So anyways, you guys, we're just beginning. We're gonna get into some really crazy cool country licks, but I want us also to understand phrasing and making a good connection. Alright guys, thanks for hanging out with me, and I'll see you in the next guitar lesson. Take care. I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.